Alright, people of the world, this is GTAraj, and I welcome you back to the channel once again. I do hope you're prepared for a longer than normal intro today. I've got some explaining to do, well, less explaining and more answering the two oldest questions that have existed since I made KATT. But before I get into that, shout out to my channel members, your names will be on screen. If you yourself want to be on screen and have access to a whole bunch of perks, feel free to click the join button down below. Otherwise, just simply leave a like, subscribe, and share. I want to try and push past 4,000 subscribers. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the questions. Where is KATT? When is he coming out? Where is KATT? Is the first one I'll answer. He's in bits. We had a bit of an accident. I had a build that was very near completion that I was going to release, and boom, my drive got erased. How did I get erased? I was trying to clone my operating system, and it erased that drive, whilst also cloning my operating system to a new drive. But all is not lost, because when I was initially developing KATT, I made copies of the code. So I took the snippets that I changed, or that I wanted to change, copied them into a text document, and put labels as to where to change and where to reinsert them, and to what exact script I should reinsert them to, so I can rebuild KATT. But the current build is what I'll be showing off today. It's an old 4.5 build from like 2023, and it's going to highlight some issues as to why I cannot release that build. Aside from having the Sierra or the Rogers locomotive attached to it, which I'm not allowed to release, I'm not releasing that. Plus there's also something super duper redacted. If you know, you know. Those two things are why I cannot release this. So, when I get the chance to, I will rebuild KATT. It's just things are a little bit hectic in life right now. I'm back into content creation properly, so I'll be filming more, I'll be streaming as well, and I have general life things to take care of, so I'll be a bit on the busy side, which is why KATT has to take the back seat for a little while, until I can find time to get him up and running again. Without the Sierra and Little Miss or Little Mr. Redacted attached to it. Now, when is KATT coming out? Good question. I don't know. I really don't. The project itself is not cancelled by any stretch of the imagination. I just need to rebuild him. I fiddled with some settings in the code, or rather I changed some code and added some stuff relating to vehicle health, vehicle speed, braking, all that kind of stuff. And it made things very, very bad. So I hard-coded in the ability for the DeLoreans to not take visual damage, but they can still be damaged. I also changed a few things like handling. I even edited the flying DeLorean's handling parameters as well. So it's less stuck in the air and on rails, and more wibbly wobbly, free floaty. Kind of like, yeah. I tried to mimic what 2G did, and I came a little bit close, but it was also still a little bit off. So that's the kind of stuff you're going to see today. But also, when I was messing with the some of the handling stuff for the DeLoreans, I somehow made it so when the DeLoreans get touched, they take damage. So trying to get into the DeLorean damages it and has a chance of setting on fire. I'll probably show that off. Also, the railroad DeLorean crashes the game, trying to put it on rails. Trying to put the trains.xml file back in to the correct location for the old build doesn't work. Trying to put it in for the new build doesn't work either. I cannot win here, which is why a complete rebuild is very much necessary. Now, with those explanations out of the way, I hope you enjoy the footage. I hope you like, subscribe, and share, and help this aging content creator past 4,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Alright, we are here with KATT 5 build 4.5, and I'm going to show you we're gonna try and have a good time, but I'm also gonna show you some of the issues here. And as I open the menu, you can see it's kind of old. You can see Cat here. Spawns Cat, the night automated time traveler, built using the destroyed railroad DeLorean and a combination of kit and car. Because lore-wise, it's kind of car's body with kit's internals to a degree, or the internals for the abilities and that kind of thing. I'll have to reread the lore that I made up for him. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's spawn in Cat. Once all the PCs show up, of course. So as of recording, I've done a few other another GTA video in the process, and world unloading is very much imminent. I'm not a fan of it, and things are just going haywire, disappearing. But here we go. Here's Cat. Let's park on over here, take a little bit of a look, and then I'll get into what is wrong, essentially. Although I may have already stated what is wrong in the introduction, so who knows? Just who knows? So this is Cat. The way this version works for GTA 5 is he has the time socket control tube. You have to turn that on every time. And he even has his own custom Mr. Fusion thing, which later builds, the one that I was going to release public didn't have, because I had help making this one the way it is and having it spawn in. However, kind of lost the code for it, because I done a rebuild and I forgot where did I help with. Because I asked Coder Ranstar to help me out with it, and he was able to, but that was a while back and neither of us remember where the code goes. So you can see the Part 2 car spawns in with Mr. Fusion, and here's my custom one that I made up. And also, I mentioned this in the intro, but touching the car sets it on fire, and that's what happens. So I'm about to just get in here and fly away. So, yeah. But, like, in this build, things are kind of close to public, except for the exploding DeLorean shenanigans. The Sierra is also not included in public. I'm not allowed to release that. It's not mine to release. Plus, there's also, you can see trade mission here. But you can also, see spawn redacted. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. If you know, you know. That's between a few people and just a few people. They know. I had to change it for streaming purposes and video creation purposes. So the world is buggy right now. That is more than likely what my specific build of Back to the Future 5 is doing with all this world unloading. Something definitely did happen during development of this. It is not the Back to the Future 5 build to blame. It's just my build in general. But we have Cat. I will go into... Well, we could do a bit of time traveling, I guess. Because you're here to see Cat. And hopefully myself as well. There won't be any face cam footage though. For this section anyway. So let's bring in... Oh yeah. First and foremost, the Railroad DeLorean crashes the game. I've probably mentioned that in the intro, but that crashes the game when you try to put it on rails. I don't know how to fix that. The normal methods of using trains.xml just doesn't work. So here we go. Part 2 car is here. There we go. Yes, I still have this buggy ass build here, and yeah, like I mentioned in the intro, I changed the flying parameters or the flying handling. Look how much more loose and nicer it comes off as. Look at that! Look at that! It's brilliant, isn't it? It genuinely does feel so much smoother than normal. It is a simple handling change, and I can release that. Handling parameters, or the handling parameters, and tell you how to do it. Because it is very simple once you know what you're doing. So, yeah, that's that for this. Let's just blow the car up real quick. So let's do this. Yeah, look at that. That's fun. Let's just delete all time machines. Because what you're here for is KATT. I've shown you both issues that are cropped up. The unloading issue is also an issue as well. Now with KATT, he spawns in black. He does. It is brilliant. I got all that set up. So he spawns in with his own Mr. Fusion. He spawns in with the hood box. He spawns in with his own stuff. That is all me. I got all that set up. So now, we are very much just going to time travel. Alright, let's go. Never mind! Yeah, we could do that. That one's fine. No one's gonna question the flying DeLorean with its wheels inside. I also forgot about the abilities I put on here. So this is using an old version of K.A.T.T, a very old version of it, and I have it mapped to be controller friendly. So using my PlayStation 5 controller, left gets rid of, or left on the D-pad gets rid of my wanted level. L1 is micro jamming cars. Square is the turbo boost. So drive along, turbo boost. Yeah, look at that. We eventually did time travel. Fantastic. Yeah, buildings are still gonna pop in and out. That never happens in later builds. That is exclusive to the earlier builds. It's either my fault or some memory management issue. I have no idea. But no, this is KATT 5. Essentially, when he comes out, he will be a lot like this. He might even have his own Mr. Fusion still. If I can get that figured out. So, yeah, there's been a lot of variations of KATT 5 over the years. And I just want to try and get him done. But because of life things, he's going to have to take a back burner. But you get him with the box, the scanner bar, and just regular abilities. So, yeah. You also have to be careful because of how old K.A.T.T works, or the old Knight Rider abilities thing works, is you have to map it to a vehicle. So it is not exclusive to KATT. It is tied to all of the DeLoreans because it's using the base DeLorean name. So, yeah. Now, he is a fast boy. He's very fast.
Bullshit.
But I also can't drive him for crap, so... Oh, he also has a drive to function. Or he has a thingy function. So if I put a map marker down, press 1... He has the whole auto cruise thing. Look at that. Rolling around at the speed of sound, very much. But no, that's I went through all of KATT's functions for KATT 5 at least. It is nothing compared to what he can do in San Andreas. If you want to look that build up, you're more than welcome to. It is on the channel. However, it will take a good number of attempts to get it working. So, good luck with that. So there is technically a build out there, you just have to go looking for it. But yeah. We have the turbo boost, we have micro jam, you can remove wanted levels, you have follow. If I get out and then press 1 again, he will follow me wherever I go. It is quite a fun feature, to be fair. Especially if you press it then get in a vehicle. He will follow the vehicle. Now, if I want to stop KATT at any point, I can just hit the brake. I can literally just hit the brake. Or accelerator. So if I press accelerator, auto cruise off. Now, I think this is going to be I mean, I could go and cause some carnage, but I have a little something extra to film. So, yeah. This is all I can really show you for now. So, yeah, thank you for watching. This might not have been the best KATT video. We can, you know what? Let's show off effects. Let's do this. Oh, time circuit's not on. You're not gonna see. You know, well, we could do photo mode. I actually forgot photo mode existed. So let me just set myself down real quick, huh? Now, if we want, I should have photo mode shouldn't be broken because I know a bunch of the menu is. So let's do photo menu, time travel effects. Look at the effects. Look at these nice effects. It flashes between orange and blue. And when the coils are on, yeah, look at that. That is something I did. I'd done all of that. That's me. Plus the custom wormhole. What's all the other DeLoreans have the wormhole? Absolutely brilliant. Plus flux capacitor as well. We click that. Well, it's not glowing, unfortunately. So yeah. Anyway, that's a nice little look at some little more intricate details of KATT. The reason there's yellow there is a reference. That is a reference to his origins as being part of KARR. So KARR's body was destroyed in Season 3 after the collision with K.A.T.T. Or rather, they tried to drive into... Yeah, they drove into each other and KARR blew up. And the lore reason that KATT is black is because that's the person who made KATT in the lore went back and got the molecular bonded shell and then attached it to a DeLorean. So to do that, they had to go back in time, grab KARR's... Well, you can call it a carcass. You can call it... I got a little too into running that car over. You can call it KARR's carcass. You removed the molecular bonded shell and applied its chemical formula to a DeLorean, and it turned out with black paint. Because it's described as a skin of sorts. It's not... yeah, I think the pilot episode says it's like a skin or something along those lines. It's not paint. It's like a shell of some sort. So, yeah. That's kind of why he's black. Because of that. Scraped KARR's carcass, and then the turbo boost functionality come from chips and that salvage from K.A.T.T. From when K.A.T.T. was disassembled, because that does eventually happen. K.A.T.T. gets disassembled, then Knight Rider 2000 happens, where he's reassembled. And then later on down the line, he's disassembled again, and he comes back as a human person in Team Knight Rider for a brief cameo? and then he's fully taken offline after that, and that's lore-wise for Cat specifically. That's where the chips come from, for turbo boost and all that. So yeah, a little bit of Cat lore. But anyway, we're gonna park up here, and I'm gonna thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great time. Hope you've enjoyed this. You've gotten, hopefully, the answers to where's Cat can satisfy you a little bit, with like it being buggy, disassembled, that kind of thing, and just generally not fit for public consumption just yet. Plus, there's also Cat lore, some Cat gameplay, and some just general shenanigans. But yeah, thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Or live stream if you want to attend those. Anyway, bye-bye.